Lose your mind to what we play. Fuck these diva DJs, we steal the rider, set the fire, burn their ears like PK. Sound is unfuckwittable, I'm teed off, I'm the pinnacle, and I spit nice, better flush twice when I take the time to shit on y'all. Bass prodigy B-boy, I bring trouble like T-Roy, that's Datsik. We smash shit and firepower at weak toys. Choke y'all anaconda raw, push foes out the gondola, watch them sink to the bottom of the ocean and go to Shambhala. And give it to y'all from the heart, and put thought in our art, while these fake players keep playing games and buy their way on the charts. We don't feel that, that's real rap, we built this shit organically. Baseline was the strategy and the crowds brought the insanity. All the pioneers, we damage thee and fuck your head up chromatically. Got DJ egos panicky while the managers run around frantically. These fake players are Kool-Aid, they throw shade and get paid with a future, with a culture, with a real deal, self-made.
It's your first time at Shambhala. How's that so far?
Yeah, it's my first time at Sham. It's amazing here.
What's your favorite aspect of it so far?
The huge sound systems. There's no shit sound here, that's for sure. It's just clean, pure freaking bass everywhere you go. Everyone seems to be super cool too.
I roll big bass and make you more fucking net.
People cannot get enough. It is a drug in itself, the PK sound. Within 10 years of them having a company, it's an iconic brand that people identify with. A brand so iconic that they get it tattooed on their body.
So what does PK mean to you guys?
Pretty cool.
It's pretty cute.
It's pretty cool.
PK, it means, well, for me anyways, it's
Puppies and kittens. I sell.
yep. That's what it means.
Puppies and kittens, I think that's just what I think of when I think of PK. Just it's like a warm, gooey, wet one inside. And I'm like, puppies and kittens, you know? It's a crew that I have a lot of love for. And, you know, we're all just big kids at heart, playing with bigger and badder toys and swapping high fives on top of the mountain of awesome.
That's exactly right.
Well balanced, and balance is key.
For me, it means Calgary, because that's where I'm from, and that's where they're from.
I'm also from Calgary.
Yeah, we're proud of our boys for going out there and showing them what Calgary
Proud
is.
heart of the New West.
Crush the
whatever that
competition, innovate, and
means. It's a community. It is a community.
It's not just a sound system.
Yeah.
I think all of Shambhala is definitely branded with PK. Definitely huge. I think there's artists, those crossover artists that began here, that are taking over the world, are definitely hugely influenced and were massively promoted by PK. It's a huge reason that they are what they are, for sure. If those people are playing on a PK rig every time, it's pretty hard to stop.
Quality sound. If it's shitty speakers, you'll get, doesn't matter, the artists at their best, right? That's what we all want.
How would you explain it to someone who maybe hasn't heard PK sound before?
They're not getting out enough, I guess. Most of my friends already know about it.
Oh man, everyone knows PK. PK is a brand, really. Like, if you put it on your show, it helps breed success. It's like, I'm serious about what I'm doing right now.
When you breathe in, it shakes your esophagus. Yeah. I've noticed that. It rumbles everything. This gives you a good feeling, man. It's awesome.
You know in Street Fighter, when they do like the Hadouken, it's kind of like when the Hadouken hits you and you're just like, you know, it's
That's
like,
an excellent reference.
I think, maybe, yeah, a little Street Fighter
You
reference.
pronounced it properly.
We're really blessed. Like here in Salmo, BC, and in Alberta, and Calgary, and Vancouver, and San Francisco, we're blessed. We're just like,
We're spoiled.
Yeah, it's crazy. We gotta be like probably half a kilometer from the nearest sound system, and I can feel my pants wiggling. Bring diapers. Bring diapers.
The PK sound techs are amazing. Then like because there's so many different artists, right? Like you got people playing live stuff, and then you just got a guy on like a synthesizer and stuff. And these guys are trained really well. They know how to deal with like all types of artists and stuff. So
it's got to be set up right as well. Like you can't just throw up speakers and expect it to sound good. You know, PK usually come in with their crew and they set it up and like work the room.
You could have the best sound system in the world, but if there's not a good sound guy there, it's not gonna be. It won't be right. True. Yeah. And they work the hardest too. They're there before everyone shows up, and they're the last ones to leave. Shout outs to sound dudes. Shout outs to PJ and all those guys.
It's nice to be able to walk up on the stage and see PK there and know that I'm going to be in good hands. The product is incredible.
Even aside from the product, like the guys who work for the crew is amazing to work with. Professional but friendly.
You couldn't rent speakers from Long and McQuaid and have the people that sold you or rent you the speakers get stoked about what you're doing and come to the show to make sure that you're delivering the product properly. That's what I love about it.
Knowledgeable.
They get in there and they're like, yeah, we want this to be really good.
Any chance I can use them, I use them because it is the best sound you can get. And when you use PK, you basically have no worries. The sound is like, it's always good.
When they come to your shows, it's part of the family. It is very much part of the family. So regardless of what else is available, I don't think that we would ever work with anybody other than PK because we want to see them thrive.
They want to see us thrive. They want to see the other
that
promoters thrive.
Symbiotic relationship of like, if we work together, then everybody is supported, you know?
Like request it when we're announcing a tour, they request a certain sound system that's never been heard of before, you know. So the fact that kids are doing it now, it's crazy. Obviously PK is doing something right, you know.
I played on a lot of good sound systems before, and that was the first time I've ever been shook playing on a sound system. It felt like I was like battling like a dragon or something, you know, like so when you're on stage a lot of times it's like you're in a bass trap, and like when you're playing on a PK sound system and you're in a bass trap, it's like nothing else you've ever faced.
I remember being the little rave rat up front, like leaning against the
just feeling it in your stomach. It's like,
I remember when it was just the village that had PK, and then every other stage was like, fuck, what are we gonna do? And now every stage has PK.
So the first year they came out, their sound system just absolutely fucking crushed all the other sound systems.
It got to the point where the Grove back then was like the the portal. We had to build a freaking hay wall to keep the sound out because it was too loud and it was drowning out their puny ass little nothing system next door. And then they were just like, okay, instead of like competing against everyone, how about we just give everyone the same thing and we'll just make it happen.
We had a friend come over from Germany to come and visit us for like a summer, and she kept asking like, who is this like PK that I keep hearing about? Like she thought it was like a headliner of all these festivals. And we're like, no, it's like a sound system. And she heard about PK more than she did about any other artist. So like, I definitely feel like anyone who's coming out to see one of our shows knows about PK and like wants to hear PK just as much as they want to hear us.
I mean, every time we go to play a gig and we see PK sound system set up, we're super stoked because there's songs we can't play on other sound systems. Everyone's always saying like, hey, wait your turn, bro. I just kind of finished off my sentence there.
I performed here at Shambhala and at Astral Harvest with PK Sound, and to me it's the best. I've never been able to hear myself so clear in the mix.
Everyone always says like, oh yeah, like cool people are DJing and there's PK Sound, so you know, it's like an added bonus.
Yeah.
So someone told me that.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's like the standard now, like if there's not PK Sound, then how are you gonna hit that brown note? You have to take songs out of our set. It's not PK sound. Yeah. We just can't play them. It's not going to sound good.
Go ahead.
Do you guys feel a connection between PK and the fans then?
Oh yeah, there's a big connection. And there always has been, and I think that's why it's taken off and gotten to where it is. Like, because of that.
Yeah.
Just the positive vibes it brings people together.
Our fans like when the PK sound connects with their bodies physically, especially their internal organs and eyeballs. Yeah. When the oscillators are connecting to their internal organs. Our fans feel very connected, I find. Yeah, they definitely, nothing but glowing reports when you bring PK around.
I think the best part was when they do the sound check on the beach. I would take music down there that I made, and that would be my reference point. I'd listen to headphones, I'd listen on my monitors, and then once a year have 4 or 5 hour sound check on the beach to actually hear what that's the ultimate reference, really.
I remember going to the Village and watching Excision play like back in the day, and it was so immense. I was in love with dubstep, and I was really getting into it, and I started making it. And when I went to Shambhala and I heard it on a PK rig, the way it's meant to be presented, it gave me so much inspiration actually hearing it loud and hearing it with the proper bottom end, proper top end. So that being said, I don't think I'd be here without hearing dubstep on a PK system.
Like adding an additional bit of talent on the bill if you know they're going to be there. So it'll be like this act and this act that you really like, plus it'll be on this, which will sound great. So all those things combined make for a better night out than most of it.
There you go. I think that's what they're looking for. Is it good? Yeah, that's good. It's like if you're in high school and you're like at the smoke pit and like someone's listening to their like crappy Corollas like sound system to the radio and it's like some lame song, and then like this really cool like guy smoking weed rolls up in like a crazy SUV and his like sub rattles like the science classroom and like a beaker falls on the floor and they're like, "Fuck school." That's PK.